Hey guys! Today I'm going to show you the mega art supply haul that I did in my recent trip to Japan. So, without further ado, let's get started! First of all, I got these 4 pens. They are all from the brand Sarasa, and I got them because last year I got one of the vintage collection pen in this beautiful deep burgundy, and I felt in love with these pens. I think they are hands down my favorite pen. So I got other 4 vintage colors, and I got this beautiful mustard color, then this deep forest color, a plum purple color, and last but not least this burnt amber color. I love doing illustration and sketches with this pen. Color selection of this pen is just amazing, and I love this vintage collection, so I decided to get them. In this case, they are not in limited edition and collaboration with Mickey Mouse, but they are just the classic standard pen. Then I got this beautiful mechanical pencil at the Studio Ghibli shop. Actually, I really love it. I love the color. There were at least 6 different colors, and I choose this one because teal is one of my favorite colors. I love all the drawings that you find on the pen, and this is dedicated to Totoro. And the other thing that I love about this mechanical pencil is the rubber that you can find in the end, and is retractable. At the Studio Ghibli shop, I also got this little tin box. Actually, it's not an art supply, but I use it like an art supply. I already got 2 of these little tin boxes last year in the other trip to Japan, and I found them very useful to carry around some watercolor or some gouache in pans with me everywhere I go, because they are little, but I can fit up until 5 full pan color inside them. Then I got this Mono Smart eraser, and this is from Tambo, is one of my favorite Japanese brands. And I got this eraser because it is very slim, so let me to erase very little areas and put it in different angle and erase details. And as I show here on paper, it seems to erase very well. Other must-buy in Japan for me are art supplies from the brand Holbein, and I got some gouache color from Irodori collection. In particular, I got this pale patina color, this smoked bamboo color, very rich brown, then the hummingbird blue, the antique silver, and the antique gold. Other buying from Holbein brand was watercolor, and actually I bought some singles from the new Luminous collection, and I got this luminous pink, I got luminous orange red, and I got the luminous lemon. Actually, most of the color were out of stock. Then I got the other 3 singles color. And actually I choose very classic color that I use a lot. I got a neutral tint, a Chinese white, and a Mars violet. Nothing too fancy here, just colors that I finish and finish again quickly. Then I bought 2 sketchbooks in Japan, and I got this first one that is VIF Art sketchbook made in Japan by Maruman brand. And I got this sketchbook with a rough page, and the pages of this sketchbook are 292 grams meter squares. And I got this sketchbook for watercolor because I thought it was very well made, very elegant, and it was very cheap, so I decided to try this brand that I never tried before and that I didn't see before in an art supply shop. Then in the souvenir shop of Byodoin Temple in Yuji, I hope that I said it right, I found this very nice sketchbook. And I decided to get it because it was very unusual. Actually, it is not a real sketchbook, but it is formed from one single page. And when you open it, the cover actually completes the illustration of the temple. And the cover is totally immaterial, and you can also turn the page and flip through the page as they were single pages. And I decided to buy it because I was thinking to do a single illustration that take all the pages, like for example the typical Japanese screen door. I thought it was quite a good idea, and the pages are quite thick too. Then, always from Holbein brand, I got my first set of color pencils. I decided to get this 12 color pencil set with basic color inside, all primaries color. And I'm really looking forward to use this color for the first time and compare them to my Caran d'Ache and Faber-Castell colors. Actually, in the shop I looked for also the 12 set of pastel color pencils, but they were out of stock, so I decided to buy some single color pencils, and I got some pastels one, and in particular I got this beautiful color. You can see light green, yellow, pastel lilac, light blue, and another teal color. And then I got other singles that actually I miss in my set of color pencils, like for example all these warm grays that usually you cannot find in pre-assembly set. And I also need a creamy color and this beautiful dark green bluish color. I also bought some markers. This wasn't planned at all, but they were so cheap compared to Finland that I decided to get some Copics. I got this beautiful set that is composed by 4 Copic Ciao and a fine multiliner pen. In this case is a 0.05 tip pen in warm light brown color. And inside there were also these 4 Copic Ciao that were all in natural color. Then I decided to get some singles Copic sketch markers, and I got mainly all warm and neutral grays kind of color because I use them a lot for urban sketches and to do my drawings on tone paper, for example. And they were so much cheaper than here, almost 1/3 of the price for each single color. Last but not the least, I got some art books, and the first one is the Sailor Moon art book. Came out just this year. It collects all the artworks from Sailor Moon anime and movie from the 1991 till 2023. And then, while I was in the bookshop, actually I found these 2 beautiful art books. They are from a Japanese artist and they are just amazing. All of them actually represent concept art inspired by Japanese landscapes, and they are kind of utopic fantasy kind of landscape, and I really love them. When I saw them, I decided to get both volume 1 and volume 2 because I couldn't decide between them because the works inside were just stunning. And I'm looking forward to use them as the reference for my landscape too. And that's it, guys. These were all the art supplies that I got in my recent trip to Japan. I don't usually buy a lot of art supplies, but every time I go to Japan, actually I buy a lot from Japanese brand, because here in Europe they are so much more expensive. I prefer to buy them also in Japan because there is a wide range of selection that I can't find here in Europe. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to don't miss any other content. See you next time. Moi moi!